Hi there, it's Patricia with you doing a video. This time I'm going to do a reading using Madame Endora's fortune cards on the energy around Mercury retrograde. Okay, so I haven't been on in a while, apologies for that. So I thought I would do a reading on this Mercury retrograde, which is from September 23rd, August 23rd to September 15th. Okay, and we'll see what the energies are around it. There's an awful lot of hype around Mercury retrograde. It is the planet of communication, and when it goes into retrograde, it slows down, which can affect communication, possibly causing outbursts or miscommunication issues. It also may affect computers and what's backed up, or what you're working with, with technology. It also urges you to reevaluate where you're going in your life and where you want to go. So it can be, as I say, hyped up a little bit on the internet. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a period of difficulty. It can be a period where you can reevaluate or reassess or slow down or take time out to figure out where you're going in your life and what your next move is. Or so what happens is there's usually delays during Mercury retrograde, so they sort of force us to stop or slow down or reassess or rethink things. So if you're rushing headlong into anything, or if you're going too fast, or if you're moving too quickly forward, Mercury retrograde will help you slow down, stop, reassess, think where you're going, and where you want to go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is throw a few cards from the Madame Endora's cards to see what the energy will be like during this period, and to just give us some indications on what to watch out for and what not to do maybe, and just to see what the energy will be like around this period. Okay, I've never done this before, so on the YouTube, so we'll see what cards come out. So again, I'll pick a few cards randomly and I'll show you them. Okay, so here we go. I picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, and then we have this one, the shadow card. As I say, I like the shadow card. This is the king. Okay, so this is about taking back your power and authority. Again, a king is a very masculine, authoritative figure, so it is about taking a sort of a masculine approach to a situation rather than a feminine approach to this situation, rather than a sort of a masculine, more taking charge, taking the power back, taking a strong stance in the situation. Don't be thinking of it in terms of worry or fear or anxiety or, oh no, what'll I do? No, just take the power back and deal with it and say, okay, this is coming up. It's not going to frighten me. It's not going to faze me. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to work around it and what I can learn from it and how I can grow. Okay, so it's a very proactive approach to the period of Mercury retrograde. Okay, so the cards we have here are interesting because we have this card. This is hindrance. Okay, this is a block, and this is possibly why we worry about the Mercury retrograde period. Okay, it's because it feels like it's stopping you or it's slowing you down. With this card, it's telling you very clearly there may be situations during this time that will be put on hold for you or stopped for you for your highest or greater good. Okay, so these are good situations. This is also a lovely card that looks like leaves and autumnal energy. So we have autumn, and we have that energy where there will be situations that will be stopped, and you'll wonder, oh, why did that person not come into my life? Well, it's because it was for your highest good or for good reason. Okay, the first card we have is the minstrel, and the minstrel is about let your intentions be known. What I take from this card is be assertive, okay? Express yourself. Try and communicate or speak as clearly as you possibly can. Don't sit there and say nothing. Don't assume people know who you are, where you're coming from, or what you want, okay? So let your intentions be known. Be very clear about your intentions. Tell people what you want, tell people what you need, and don't expect them to know, okay? Don't automatically expect them to know and then be offended when they get it wrong, okay? The next card is the sun. And the sun is about truths, revelations, lighting up situations. So this is very powerful in the sense that it will highlight revelations and truths and bring a lot of murky, shadowy energy to light, okay, which is good. It will bring situations to light. I feel what this card associates with as well is relationships and situations from the past that were old relationships, dead and buried, and they will resurface so you can they won't come back into your life, but necessarily you may rethink about them, or they may come back in terms of a dream, and it will just give you more insight into the relationship and why it ended and what happened and where did it go wrong and how can I sort of learn from that experience and grow. So I feel that's what that card's about. It's to do with relationships resurfacing and issues around relationships resurfacing, so that it can shed more light on the situation to give you more information, more insight into yourself, and more insight into what happened moving forward. Okay, so that's good, that's positive. So we have a lot of positive stuff. We have the Queen here as well. So we had the King shadow card. So again, these cards are calling on you very, very clearly during this period of time to take the power back, okay? Don't be weak. Don't sit back and do nothing. Take charge. What can I do with this situation? How can I make it work for me? How can I take the power back and take the authoritative stance, as opposed to being, weak or doing nothing or just sitting back and being a victim. So let's take the power back. That's what these cards are telling you very clearly. And the Queen is about having a feminine approach as well. Balance. So having a masculine authoritative approach and having a very feminine divine approach to this situation too. So I feel you will gain a lot from this period. So it's very positive so far. We're liking these cards, okay? So already it's going to be a time where you grow into your power, stand in your own power, and stand up for yourself. And also situations that come up that were uncomfortable are only going to resurface to show you insight and information and give you knowledge, okay? They're not coming back up to hurt you or bat you over the head, okay? They're coming back up to remind you where you went wrong so that you won't do it again, basically, okay? These two cards here, interesting. This is the Maiden, okay? The Maiden says a new relationship blossoms, okay? So we have a new relationship, which is very strange for Mercury retrograde vibes, because usually old relationships resurface. What I feel with this one is it's coming together with this card. This is the Spider. And the Spider says be meticulous and patient, okay? What I feel is that an old relationship, friendship, or a romantic relationship may resurface, okay? And this card is saying, don't be tempted to jump straight in with both feet back in. The person's changed. Oh, they're different. Oh, we can go and have this connection again. This card is saying, no, step back. Take your time. Like the spider, wait. Okay? So the spider weaves a web, and then they sit and they wait until the insect or the fly comes into the web, and then they come down, okay? So there is this element of being meticulous and patient like the spider, and just wait. Don't rush into anything, okay? So see how you feel. Possibly just wait until maybe the end of the period, at the end of September 15th it runs through, and then there's a sort of a shadow period about 2 weeks or so after that. So I would just not encourage you rushing into a relationship, but just see what it's doing, why it's coming back. Sit and observe and wait and watch and be patient and meticulous. So interesting cards. As I say, it's just about the energy around the whole situation to see what we can look out for. Most importantly, I feel these are great. These cards are about taking the power back and being your own authority and being in charge of yourself, and not allowing yourself to be sort of buffeted around or moved around by a situation and not know where you're going, and feel like you're all at sea, or feel like you can't take control. These cards are saying you can take the power back and you can take control very clearly. The Sun card is extremely important as well, because it's showing you that whatever this situation shines a light on, there'll be so much from it. There'll be so much you can gain from it. Yes, it's a hindrance. Yes, it's a block. Yes, it's going to cause delays. There's no two ways about it. But these delays more than likely will be for your highest good. So if somebody cancels on you, somebody stops, something that you were looking forward to, supposed to go ahead, and it's cancelled or it's stopped, and you're disappointed. Yeah, be disappointed, but then realize, no, that was good. That was for a reason. Do you know what I mean? The path was blocked for you for your highest good. It was going to turn out to be worse than it was. With the minstrel, let your intentions be known. Be very clear about who you are, what you want. Try and communicate as clearly as possible. These cards are usually about, the period in itself. It is about being clear with your communication, not rushing into anything, meticulous and patient, allowing anything that surfaces to shine the light on the situation, and allowing the information to come through so you can learn and grow from it. Okay, so that's my reading for Mercury retrograde. It's hard to pronounce. So hopefully I'll see you in a couple of weeks' time for another tarot card reading. But don't forget, you can find me every day with the tarot on Instagram and Facebook. So I'm on Instagram at Patricia Weston Witch, and I'm on Facebook as well, and I'm on Twitter. Okay, so have a great time, have a great week, and I will talk to you soon, hopefully. Bye.